Hey friends, we are in our new garage space. You can see about half of it behind me right now, and it's also a mess. Obviously, we've just moved things in, and now we're into the organization stage. So right now, things just feel very chaotic, and one of the things that really bothers me is all these skis all over the floor. If you're like me, you can find a lot of frustration with how to properly store your skis in a nice, organized manner. So that's where today's product is going to come into play. This is the Aching Ace wall-mounted ski storage rack. We're going to pull it out of the box. We're going to get it installed. As you can see, it's very simple. It's basically the rack system and then a little bit of hardware as well as this little installation guide. Now here's a quick look at the two racks outside of the box. Fairly simple, and these actually will hold up to 8 pairs of skis, 4 each. And then they also have these little bars that are great for hanging helmets or your ski poles. Now you can actually go into drywall using the provided anchors over here. I'm actually going to be going directly into our studs until we can get our garage fully finished. Now, one of the things to take note of, these studs in my garage are 16 inches off center. And as you can see, the holes just about line up okay on those 16 inches. They're going to be drilled into kind of the side of the stud, the screws are, but that should hold no problem. Now the other thing I'm doing is I'm going to use a little magnetic level I can stick right on top of there, and that'll give me a great way of marking my 2 holes in my studs here. Okay, with our holes marked in the studs, you can see I already did 1 hole pre-drill. Let's go ahead and pre-drill this guy out. After that, we drill in our screws that are provided again in that bag. And there you go. You can see we've got our first rack in. Let's go ahead and mirror it over here on the second side. And there we go. Just like that, we have both of the racks side by side into the studs. A couple of quick things to note. If you're going to be sharing a stud, do some extra close measuring. As you can see, I was a little off on this side right here, and I had to go in at kind of an angle to get this to hold. But this thing is really, really sturdy, really, really steady. It's definitely not going anywhere. Okay, so here's my wife's skis. First set that we put in here. As you can see on the floor, I actually have some old Trex deck that I just had down here and I was storing, and it's kind of a nice place to be able to have the skis kind of rest up against. And again, everything just fits in nicely. You can also see this back area as you slide them in. This area kind of hugs, again, the back set of skis fairly nicely. I've got another set of my skis in here, and this one actually is a little thicker. So this really does feel nice and secure once it locks up in there. Again, everything's kind of resting on the ground. Looking good so far. Okay, I actually have another set here. This has kind of been our spare set. And I'll just slide that in like this. And as you can see on the 2 racks that we have the skis on it, everything fits really, really nicely. So it's starting to look really good, really cleaned up. Now the other thing, we have our cross-country skis. So let's see if we can get these up into the rack and have them sit nice and organized, as well as the larger skis. That looks great. Okay, something I just noticed here, I put my cross-country skis over here at the side mount next to this one right here. Now this is where things get a little close and tight. You can see, because cross-country skis bow so much, there is a little bit of flex, a little bit of collision hitting on these bindings. You can see there's even more collision with the bindings if I put my skis side by side. So again, these racks are designed to be next to each other, but I think these are just too close if you use the same stud and want to do stuff side by side here. Now, just in case you have both snowboarders and skiers in the family, as you can see, my spare snowboard is able to slide into this back rack over here. I made sure the bindings faced out, so I had plenty of storage over here and room to put other things, but that will actually work for snowboards as well. There's a gap in here, it kind of moves around, but again, just for basic storage, that's gonna work no problem. So skis and some snowboards. Now again, because of where I've decided to mount my rack underneath the shelf here, things again will be sitting on the ground. That's how I measured things out. But if this were up higher, this slides down. And as you can see with these little short stubby skis here that we have, these actually hang and then get caught and pinched as these flare out, which is what should allow all of this to hang if this was up higher. Again, this is how we wanted to set ours up, with things setting on the ground and just slotting into place. Okay, as far as ski poles go, they're designed to go over these little hooks here. And then gloves, helmets, all sorts of other things can also be used on those hooks. So decent little system. So there you go, friends. That's the A-King Ace wall-mounted ski rack. Great for all sorts of storage. I think the installation, a couple of small steps, really make sure you measure out correctly where you want this thing. Note that in between these two bars right here, not a ton of space, so things kind of tend to collide a little bit. So maybe not a full 8-rack system if you put them side by side like this. If I'd created some more space, no problem at all. I think it fits snugly. You got these extra little hooks to hang things from, like your poles and your helmet. Definitely a thumbs up from us. I like it. If you're interested in grabbing it for yourself, you can find it right here on Amazon. We'll put some links in the description box below if you'd like to pick it up for yourself. Stay tuned, friends. We do a ton of this garage DIY tutorial stuff, product review things to help make your shopping experience and hopefully your life just a little bit easier. We'll see you again on the next one.